YouTube, welcome back. I am Patrice Schaefer. I'm so excited that you are here. Today we're talking about 5 tips that's going to help you in maintaining balance with your spiritual and physical life. That is a whole mouthful, but your girl got the formula. So stay tuned if this video is for you. Are you struggling to keep your physical and spiritual life balanced? I mean, who is it? But here's 5 tips to help you get started. Tip number 1, prioritize time with God. So for many of us, that may mean when you wake up in the morning, being able to have that devotion time, or I don't know, whatever your schedule looks like, so you can have intentional time with the Lord. It is very important. I found for me personally that having that devotion time, I know it means you have to get up a little bit earlier. I know. But I have found that having that time really does set the trajectory of the day for me. It just, you just can tell the difference. So if you've never done this before, or if you've gotten away from having that morning time of prayer or devotion, again, it doesn't have to be 2 hours, 15 hours. Nobody's saying that, but definitely having some quiet time where it's just you and the Lord, your scripture, and your prayer time. It definitely makes a difference. Point number 2 is maintain a healthy diet. Listen, when we're out here eating chitlins and hog mugs and all these things, ain't no balance. When you finish eating, you're tired. When you go to sleep at night, your body is working overtime, literally, to try to digest all the things that we put inside of it. And while I am not at all a nutritionist or even trying to come for you that way, I do want you to understand the importance of nourishing your body with wholesome foods. So literally, I remember the saying when we were younger is that you are what you eat. It's for real. You really are. And so you can feel the difference. Let's look at 1 Corinthians 10:31 really quickly, just so we have some scripture reference in the video, in the book of what we're talking about, right? It simply says, whatever therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of God. And while I am also realizing that I probably have a very unhealthy relationship with food that I am exploring, that may be another YouTube video for you. It is very important that we just consider the things that we're putting in our bodies, and that we are not overeating, that we're not overindulging, and those kind of things, especially when we're talking about finding balance and being healthy. One of the things the Lord dealt with me on is, because of the things you put in your body, I'm limited at how I can use you, because your body can't take, all of the things I'm trying to do, and all of, going cross country or going, from different continents. You're just not in a place. And so I would definitely, personally for me, I would hate to be in a position where, because of the way that I take care of my body or the lack thereof, it really limits how the Lord can use me. Tip number 3 is exercise regularly. There is such importance in walking. Okay. And so I have found that if you just walk, this is probably going to be a little gross, but I saw this thing on Instagram where a lady was like, her and her husband, they do fart walks. And so after dinner, they go to walk. And so it's a time that also helps their digestive system, but it's also their time to really catch up from the day and have a nice conversation. And they're outside and they get to enjoy. But I'm telling you, you really begin to feel the difference from your breathing, also to just all the physical activity that really benefits both the body and your spirit. Just being able to get that vitamin D, there's so many benefits to it. So not if you're just walking, I'm just saying walking is an easy one to implement. But if you have, the watches, get your steps in, walk the stairs, whatever the case is. But exercising regularly definitely will help us in maintaining a physical and spiritual balance. Tip number 4, rest and rejuvenation. Listen to me. The Lord did not rest on day 7 just because he was bored and had nothing else to do. Literally, rest is a part of the process. So it is very important as believers, especially, I don't think we do this well, that we find this place in our life or this time in our life where we are able to rest and truly observe the Sabbath. For many of us, yes, we go to church on Sundays and we technically are observing the Sabbath that way, but when are you actually resting? For pastors, as a pastor, Sunday is a legit work day. You need a time of Sabbath where you're not working, where you're able to rest and your body can rejuvenate from the things that is done during the week. Exodus 28 through 10 really speaks to the support of the need for rest, that it is important. Once again, it's a part of the process. And if God, who is the creator of the universe, chose to add rest as a part of the process, baby, rest. Okay. Tip number 5, and this is the final tip, is stay connected to faith community. Staying connected to a faith community. The role of community is helping us maintain balance, but also accountability. Sometimes, unfortunately, as we're pursuing balance, we either go really far on the spiritual side and we completely negate the physical, or we go really far on the physical and we negate the spiritual. But having community that are aware of your goal